Hi everyone, Lizanne here from Placement Partner. So today I have a hot topic to discuss with everybody and a few things that I wanted to show you about your reminders tab within Placement Partner. Now, when we talk about reminders, we go, okay, I have got an Outlook calendar, I have got a manual diary, and therefore on a daily, I will be obviously, putting in reminders or scheduling meetings directly into either my manual diary or my Outlook calendar. And we sometimes forget the power of what our actual reminders tab within Placement Partner allows for us to do on a daily. And I thought, well, seeing that we have jumped into using, which I'm sure by now you should know is not new news. We're also using our own system internally, specifically the sales team, where we use our client module to look after all you beautiful people and make sure that we set up our reminders to check in with you from time to time, as well as, new business development, keeping track of all of our demo requests coming in and servicing those clients until, or potential clients until they become actual clients. We have actually realized how powerful this tool really is. So let's face it, when we, look at today's life, things are quite hectic. And I think with anybody that's in new business development, which all of our recruiters are always, doing is finding new business, it becomes a tough struggle. You guys are dealing with talking to multiple candidates in a day, numerous clients, and there's so many things that we need to keep track of throughout the day or throughout that week, that it actually sometimes starts, making you feel overwhelmed, and so forth. So I thought, well, seeing that we are using our Placement Partner very well, I've actually, realized how beneficial this reminders tab really is. And that led me to obviously take this opportunity to jump in and show you guys a few things that I think that you might find quite useful. Good. So let us quickly start off. Obviously, reminders is definitely the topic of discussion today. And then what I'm saying is, why do we need reminders? Well, it's very simple. It provides consistency. It allows for transparency in my team. Productive interactions creates satisfaction with our clients and our candidates because we're so professional. It enables us to focus on work that ultimately drives revenue, and most rewarding when we have achieved all of our actions. So actioning all of our reminders at the end of the day, when we see that we've gone through that whole list, we actually feel quite rewarded in terms of managing to conquer the day with success. And then obviously the last one for me here is staying organized, means that we take on or manage more on a daily. All right, now without further ado, I wanted to quickly jump in and give you guys a few tips in terms of Placement Partner and specifically the reminders tab again. Now for us, it's quite crucial. When we log on to Placement Partner, you would have noticed that your default landing page would be your reminders, and rightfully so, because it's your to-do list for the day. And it's quite easy to obviously build up this to-do list with very specific tasks that you need to be reminded of. Okay, now by default, we will always have the view of your week, all right? And it's quite simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to today, because ultimately what I want to see is what I need to do or what I need to action for today. Now, as you can see, I have scheduled some appointments, and I've set some reminders for other appointments. And the good news is that Placement Partner actually auto-populates specific reminders for you to stay on top of things and to keep your finger on the pulse. All right. So first and foremost, what you can see is I've scheduled an event. All right. And that's very simple. If you go onto reminders new, you have the ability to go through your drop-down list and then ultimately schedule that reminder in terms of whatever the office event would be. So in this case, mine would be a sales meeting, and this is obviously a weekly sales catch-up with Shirley that I'll be having. All right. Now, to navigate through this is very simple. The moment we are done with all of this, I then have the ability to close up that event and move on to my next task on my to-do list or my reminders. And that is ultimately the reminder that I've got a candidate interview happening today at 9 a.m. this morning. Okay. The description of this, obviously, and the information of this pulls from my candidate interaction tab. So I'll quickly show you. If we just open this up quickly, that's the reminder that I've already scheduled maybe a few days back. The reminder date and time that has been set for today, this morning at 9. And then if I am done with this reminder specifically, you know, or if I wanted to move in and interview the candidate, I have that quick action that I can take in terms of clicking on the candidate's name. So a few shortcut hyperlinks that we've added as well, so that you can navigate through and do very specific things like while I'm in this interview, it's a digital telephonic interview. So therefore, I want to move into the candidate's profile and I want to be able to quickly add on additional information from the interview that I am doing with him currently. Okay. Now back to the reminders, very simple. What it also does is push through client interactions. So very much similar to your candidate interactions. Again, you'll have the ability to load up and set up reminders based on your clients. In this case, you'll see I have set a client visit for myself for today at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And ultimately, I'm going to meet with Trevor Noah at AXA because he has sent me an email and he said, let's set up a meeting to run through requirements based on the project intake for next month. We're looking at 25 to 30 temp staff that needs to be assigned by next month. Cool. So that's the meeting reminder. And obviously from here, how do I set the status to completed? It's simple. I'll click on my pencil and I'll tick my completed toggle and I'll click on update, which then indicates I've now successfully completed that specific reminder. Cool. Also, because I'm going out to visit this client, I have the ability to push this through to my Outlook calendar from here so that it's visible. If your phone has been synced with your calendars and your emails, you'd obviously have that already in your Outlook calendar as well. Good. The next step here is for me to look at maybe some finisher reminders. So if I am working temp contract desk and I have had temporary assignments running, the system will automatically populate a finisher reminder for me so that I can touch base with either my client or my candidate, all right, and follow up with them to see if I can extend this contract or whether they're indefinitely finishing with, or if they're definitely finishing, sorry, with the contract today. Good. From finishers, we also have starters. So I want to be able to see how many starters or who those starters are. And obviously from here, you can also see these 2 applicants are actually starting today at Parallel Software and at APSA. And I'll have the ability to make contact with them from here as well. So shortcut hyperlinks to your actual SMS portal and emails would also be here, which means I can quickly pop George Clooney an SMS that morning to say, good luck for your first day. I will check in with you tomorrow morning. However, if you do have any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to contact me. All right, and fire off that SMS. I can even future date these SMSs. So if I am a little bit more proactive, my day is a bit too full tomorrow in order for me to send this out tomorrow morning when he starts or just before he starts, I can future date this SMS to go out tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Okay, and off I go. It will be then delivered at that time. Starter information auto-populates. The next step would be your client interviews. Okay, so another good automated reminder. The moment I have set up interviews from our send out sections in the vacancy for individual candidates to go and meet with my clients, it will automatically pop through a reminder again for me to know or to be reminded that I've got candidates going to APSA this morning for specific interviews. Obviously, this one at 11 o'clock and that candidate at 1 o'clock today. Good. So these are just a few of the reminders, that populates. Obviously, if you are running a proper recruitment process and you are using all of your modules, there would be a whole bunch of other reminders that would populate as well. And just to mention a few to move back into this week's reminders, you'll be able to see that there would be some other reminders like client birthdays. And again, I can quickly send an email or an SMS to my client to wish them happy birthday. Together with that, your candidate birthdays. And one of the other ones that I also wanted to bring up was your after service procedure, which looks after, after we've made that placement, there would be very specific checkings that I need to make within that 3-month guarantee period to stay on top of things. And therefore, as you can see with this one specifically, I have to do my 3rd month follow-up, which means I'm almost at the end of this process where it's a signed, sealed, and delivered placement to my client at placement partner. Good. So that's it from me. A little fun fact that I wanted to share with you guys today, just in terms of obviously, reminders, is that generally setting up reminders makes sense. We can't remember everything, as we already know this. And offloading some of our obligations to a device, like your placement partner system, can free up mental space for other tasks. Okay, so reminders keeps our most important priorities top of mind, even if we forget them. And that is it from me today. I thank you for your time and keep up with your reminders so you can keep your finger on the pulse. Bye.